Hello, dear students. Good morning, everyone. So today, we will discuss business communication solution of Unit 10, marketing. So by not wasting time, let's start. First, marketing. What is marketing? Marketing is defined as the activity, set of institution, and processes for creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers. Marketing is also defined as the action or the business of promoting and selling products or services, including market research and advertising. So, moving to our defining marketing part, 1A definition. Here is a definition of marketing. Complete it by inserting the flowing verbs in the gaps. So here, marketers have to identify or anticipate consumer needs, develop a product or service that meets that need better than any competing product or service. Persuade target customers to try the product or service, and in the long term uh, uh, modify it to satisfy changes in consumers' need or market conditions. Marketers can design particular features, attractive packaging, and effective advertising that will influence consumers' wants. Marketing thus begins long before the product or service is put on the market. It combines market research, new product development, distribution, advertising, promotion, product improvement, and so on. Here is the second definition of marketing as opposed to selling. There will always can always one can assume to be need for some selling, but the aim of marketing is to make selling superfluous. The aim of marketing is to know the and understand the customer so well that the product or service fits him and sells itself. Ideally, marketing should result in a customer who is ready to buy. Now moving toward 1C reading part, the centrality of marketing. The selling and marketing concepts, most management and marketing writers now distinguish between selling and marketing. The selling concept assumes that resisting consumers have to be persuaded by vigorous hard selling techniques to buy non-essential goods or services. Products are sold rather than bought. The marketing concepts, on the contrary, assumes that the producer's task is to find wants and fill them. In other words, you don't sell what you make what will be bought. As well as satisfying exciting needs, marketers can also anticipate and create new ones. The marketers for the Walkman, video recorders, video games, consoles, CD players, personal computer, and the internet, mobile phones, mountain bikes, snowboards, and genetic engineering, to choose some recent example, were largely created rather than identified. Second, identifying market opportunities. Marketers are consequently always looking for marketing opportunity, profitable possibilities of filling unsatisfied needs or creating new ones in areas in which the company is likely to enjoy a differential advantage due to its extensive competencies. The things it does particularly well. Market opportunities are generally isolated by market segmentation. Once a target market has been identified, a company has to decide what goods or services to offer. This means that much of the work of marketing has been done before the final product or service comes into existence. It also means that the marketing concept has to be understood throughout the company. Example, in the production department of manufacturing company as much as in the marketing department itself, the company must also take account of the existence of competitors who always have to be identified, monitored, and defeated in the search for loyal customer. Now, three, the importance of market research. Rather than risk launching a product or service solely on the basis of institution or guesswork, most companies undertake market research or marketing research. They collect and analyze the information about the size of potential market, about consumers, reactions to particular product or services, features, and so on. Sales representatives who also talks to consumers are another important source of information. For the marketing mix, once the basis offers example of product concept has been established, the company has to think about the marketing mix, that is all the various elements of marketing program, their integration, and the amount of effort that a company can expend on them in order to influence the target market. The best known classification of these elements is Ford Pierce product place, promotion, and price. Expect to be considered in marketing products include quality, features, standard, and options, style, brand names, size, packaging, services, and warranty. Place in a marketing mix includes such factors as distribution channels, location of points of sales, transport, inventory size, etc. Promotion groups together advertising, publicity, sales promotion, and personal sellings, while prices induces the price. Basically, it's price, list price, discounts, the length of payment period, possible credit terms, and so on. It is the job of a product manager or a brand manager to look for always to look for ways to increase sales by changing the marketing mix. 5. Company to company marketing. It must be remembered that quite apart from consumer markets in which the people buy products or direct consumption, there exists an enormous producer or industrial business market consisting of all the individuals and organizations that acquire goods and services that are used in the production of other goods or in the supply of services to others. Few consumers realize that the producer market is actually larger than the consumer market, since it contains all the raw materials, manufacture, part, and component that go into consumer goods. Plus, capital equipment such as building and machines is supplies such as energies and paints and papers and services ranging from cleaning to management consulting, all of which have to be marketed. This is consequently more industrial than consumer making, even though ordinary consumers are seldom exposed to it. Now, moving to our 1B vocabulary part, distribution channel. All the companies or individual involved in moving a particular good or services from the producer to the consumer. Second, to launch a product, to introduce a new product onto the market. 3. Market opportunities. Possibilities of filling unsatisfied needs in sectors in which a company can effectively produce goods or services. 4th. Market research. Collecting, analyzing, and reporting data relevant to a specific marketing situation, such as proposed new product. 5th, market segmentation. Dividing a market into a distinct group of buyers who have different requirements for buying habits. 6th, packaging. Wrappers and containers in which products are sold. 7th, points of sale. Places where goods are sold to the public, shops, stores, KIOSKs, market stalls, etc. 8. Product concept. An idea for a new product which is tested with target consumer before the actual product is developed. Product features. Attribute or characteristics of a product: quality, price, reliability, etc. Last one, sales representative. Someone who contacts exciting and potential customers and tries to persuade them to buy goods or services. Now moving toward 1E comprehension part, look at the flowing diagrams from the marketing management by Philip Kotler. According to the text in 1C, which of these diagram best illustrates a company that has adopted the marketing concept? Figure 1, Figure A, Figure B, Figure C or Figure D? Answer will be diagram C diagram C best illustrate a company that has adopted the marketing concept. Question number 1. What is marketing and what is the difference between marketing and selling? Marketing is the process of communicating the value of product or services to the customer. Marketing is a link between the society's material requirement and its economic patterns of response. Marketing can be looked as an organizational function and a set of process for creating, delivering, and communicating values to customers in ways that benefit the organization. Marketing is the science of choosing the target markets through market analysis and market segmentation, as well as understanding consumer buying behaviors and providing superior customer value. There was a kind of misconception regarding the terms marketing and selling. Both of these were regarded as synonyms, but most management and marketing writers now distinguish between selling and marketing. Selling means to sell a product or services to customers by persuading them, whereas customers are persuaded by vigorous hard selling techniques. Selling begins with a product or services, whereas marketing begins with identifying possible customers for the product or services. That is, marketing beings long before the product or services is put on the market. Selling has a product focus and is mostly producer driven. Selling is the only action part of marketing and has short-term goal of achieving market share. The emphasis is on the price variation for closing the sale, where the objective can be, I must somehow sell the product. Selling converts the product into cash for the company in the short run, but it cannot retain the loyal customers for the company. Selling tax is to sell whatever the production department has manufactured. On the contrary, market is much wider than selling and is also dynamic, as focus is on the customer rather than on the product. Marketing is the whole process of meeting the satisfying needs of the customer. Marketing consists of all those activities that are associated with the product: planning, pricing, promoting, and distributing the product. The task commences with identifying customer needs and does not end till feedback on customer satisfaction from the consumption of product is received. Marketing is a long chain of activities which comprises production, packaging, promotion, pricing, distribution, and then the selling. Consumers needs become the guiding force behind all these activities. Mind share is more important than market share in marketing. Now, the difference between marketing and selling. Marketing is a long-term business planning, whereas selling is a short-term business planning. Marketing focuses on customer needs, whereas selling focuses on seller needs. Marketing function is to identify the customer first, whereas selling function is to manufacture the product first. Marketing is the customer satisfaction with the profit oriented, whereas selling is the sales volume oriented. Marketing is stressed on the need of buyer, whereas selling is stressed on the need of seller. Marketing consists of all the important mix like product, price, promotion, selling, etc., whereas selling is the integrated part of marketing. Marketing mostly focuses on product modification, whereas selling does not focus on product modification. Moving toward 2B case study part, market research. In Steve Modi's hypothetical example, it seems as there has been a market research failure before launching the product. The store did not have enough information about the potential market and customers' tastes and opinions. Suppose that you were part of the marketing team responsible for the flowing products concepts. First, a new line of swimwear to be sold by a chain of department stores. Answer. Department store chain would presumably have been selling other lines of swimmer, and so we'll have a lot of data available for analysis. There may also be sales data available in the clothing industry, trades, press, and perhaps a statistical publication produced by the textile industry. It as a Steve Moody's examples from markets and Spencer suggests it might be an advisable to talk to experienced sales staffs and some target customers in focus group interviews. Second, French fries. The company launching French fries has recently studied figures for sales of fries in different countries. Perhaps those published by fast food companies or by potatoes traders. Figures must also be available from vending machine operators. It would of course also be necessary to test the product produced by the prototype machines with as many potential customers as possible before manufacturing the machines. 3. A new range of expensive hi-fi equipment. A company launching a new range of upmarket hi-fi equipment would probably already have sales data concerning all your ranges. It would look for data from other manufacturers and perhaps from the official industry publication. If other manufacturers did not reveal many figures, more would be available from retailers. The opinion of experienced salespeople would obviously be useful. Fourth, a new English dictionary for foreign learners. Publication of successful dictionaries often include sales figures in their advertising, over 3 million copies sold a year, which probably encourages competitors to enter the market. Since writing a dictionary takes a long time and a lot of people and so require a large financial investment, a potential publisher would gather a lot of data from a number of countries, perhaps from the publishers, certainly from major distributors and retailers. They would probably also seek the opinions of applied distinguished and English language teachers of the dictionary already on the market. Thank you, dear viewers, for watching my video. Thank you very much. Please keep supporting, keep watching my video, and please like, share, subscribe my video. And thank you very much for watching my video. Lastly, thank you.